Okay, well, the Southwest Sofa has returned.
Yo, 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 yo.
Keeping his streak.
Happy New Year.
Oh, yeah, Happy New Year. You're so good at this, man.
Right.
Last one, you were like, a Merry Christmas. Oh, yeah, a Merry Christmas.
Well, I'm just a nice guy.
You
That's
are,
it,
yeah. Apart from last time when you said if you own Conan as a slave, you just work him to bone, man, make him fight forever. So apart from that,
Yeah, I mean, he was making loads of money, man.
was.
And then that money I was giving to the poor.
were you?
Yeah, that's
The poor being
my
you, is that?
Yeah, to start with.
Fair enough. You know, I guess if you spend money, you fuel the economy, right?
100%. 100%.
Okay, fair enough.
Let's go for the little businesses.
Right. Apart. Yeah. Okay. So we agree. You're a super nice guy. Fair enough. Time Bandits.
Time Bandits.
I'm really super stoked. This one's on the list.
Yeah.
I saw it there, and I was looking forward to seeing it turn up. So I am happy. I will say, I mean, you can see you got the gist on the cover. Oh yeah, it's not that much of a hint on the cover, but the back. I mean, I don't know. You always remember these much better than me, so I don't think I can spoil it. So basically, I remember really enjoying it as a kid. I only remember two real things about it. The little guys.
Yeah.
I think they go through time.
A little bit
and
of exploitation there.
yeah, well maybe. No, man, imagine that. It's a good hit on the, you know.
Oh, giving it to little businesses.
Yeah. Oh dear. Could be, but you know, I have to say, like these. Well, this, yeah. Well, I get it's one of these things like these. If you're in that niche market, then this is a great
Yeah,
film, right?
absolutely.
All nine of you get a gig.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not been this good since Ewoks.
Yeah.
But yeah, remind me, my parents worked in Ghana, and like basically, a lot of restaurants had a dwarf that opened the door. That's just it. It's like the gimmick,
Nice.
and it was like I can just
Again,
imagine.
though, that's a national, almost like national service for them.
Well, yeah, exactly. But it was like yes, pay dirt. We got. All right, let's leave that alone, shall we? But yeah, I remember the little guys.
Probably best.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, get yourself some trouble sometimes. And the only other thing I remember vividly, I think it's
Don't ruin it for. Oh no, other people would have watched it.
they
by
were
the
watching,
time
man.
they listened to it. It's fine, yeah.
And
I'm
spoilers
just,
between us. 'Cause
yeah,
in fact,
oh, cool.
mainly spoilers from you to me, because you remember it, I remember
Yeah,
it.
but I don't ever spoil it for you. That's the trouble. I just get the wrong films in order.
Yeah, that's how you spoil it. Yeah, well, we did have an audit to make sure you actually had it this time, because I did have this as well in my list, in my collection. But should I say the only other thing I remember?
Yeah, do it.
Sean Connery and a Minotaur. That's it. That's all I got from this.
Cool.
So I'm sure you remember that bit.
Yeah.
You did?
Oh, 100%. This is again in the same way for you. Super stoked that this was on the on the list.
Okay.
Kind of just it's one of those classics, isn't it? And it's again, we talk about all of these things. All of these films are being very. If we were trying to put them in a genre, they're quite eclectic.
Yep.
So this isn't a classic fighting fantasy sword and sorcery type thing. There are things involved in it, but it's not it's not a Conan.
It's kind of
the
a bit.
stuff
It's
there,
a bit zany, isn't it?
Yeah, for
I think
real.
I've heard people. Yeah. Okay.
Super excited. Super excited.
Do we remember how old this is?
Nope.
So we're thinking 80s, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, something like that. We can find out later.
yeah.
All right. Should we hit it?
Let's do it.
Right, here we go. Okay, fella. Well, that was Time Bandits, 1981.
Yeah. Obs.
yeah,
Everyone
yeah.
knows that. Everyone knows it was 1981.
Of course, man. Of course. So, what do you reckon?
Just one of my really all-time favourite films. It's just so much fun. I just love it.
Yeah. It's basically a little bit of a ridiculous romp, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not really as you I can't remember if you said this in the intro, but it's not really a fantasy film, is it? It's sort of like a kind of it is a fantasy film,
Yeah.
but it's not like a sword and sorcery film. Is
Yeah.
what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like you can for me, I can sense the Monty Python vibe throughout, right?
100%.
I mean,
just almost like just constant all the way through, wasn't
Yeah.
it? And,
It's almost like each cutscene's almost like one of those. And now for something completely different kind of vibe.
Yeah. Just
I mean,
the Inquisition to come in.
Yeah,
no
right.
one expects.
But I mean, it's funny because I think it's obviously intended to be funny, but I don't know if it's meant to be a comedy. It's kind of like it's almost like Labyrinth or something, but with more jokes or something. I don't know. Would you say a straight comedy, or is it just? It's sort of like it's wacky, isn't it? So what people call Gonzo.
That just had me absolutely almost in tears. The whole giving out the gold to the poor, and the guy then just punching the poor people.
Yeah, that guy he really actually looked genuinely like full of menace, didn't he? I don't know, maybe it was something
Just
about...
the way he stared at them before the thing, I was just getting the stuff given to him. It was amazing.
That was definitely very Monty Python, the kind of surreal Mr. Happy Robin Hood, the psychotic guy, and then punching the peasants. I think maybe got something about punching people out, because you love the camel getting whacked in Conan.
Yeah.
There's some really crazy-minded violence. But yeah, I mean, fun. Had a great start with the horse bursting in.
Yeah.
Because I'd forgotten pretty much nearly everything about that film, other than just the small guys going through time. I mean, they've got to have that Kevin character, whatever, like in almost, what's that, like Princess Bride, is like a kid in it or whatever, like sort of giving some narrative feel.
Yeah.
And I guess it's a kids' film, right? I suppose. Do you think? Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe, isn't it? It's PG.
It's PG. I'm just trying to figure out if it's just like, because they've got a kid and you're meant to feel the same kind of like.
I think it's kind of it's his little adventure, isn't it? Because then right at the very end is, when the fireman comes in to rescue all of the stuff that he's just been dreaming about. Is all
I did wonder. I saw those horses I saw there, but I should have paused it and had a look. But presumably there's Robin Hood and stuff like that. Is there?
Well, I think that stuff was on the wall at the beginning.
Right, okay.
Well, there was stuff like it on the wall.
Yep.
And then so there was like a tank on the floor.
Was there? Okay. I'd like to almost like to go back and pause it and see. But I'm sure you're right. Reminds me of one of those kids' books I read. They have all the like. Have an adventure, and then you find him in the bathtub with like there's a giraffe on the shelf and a elephant sponge thing.
Yeah.
I mean, what about favourite scenes?
No, go on.
I think favourite scenes. I mean, I really remember that Minotaur fighting scene. Yeah. And if anything, that's the most gritty kind of sword and sorcery bit of it, innit? Maybe that's why.
There's quite a parallel, isn't there? Yeah. For like, if it was kids and stuff, there, it's quite a little. It's quite a scary thing, isn't it? Because thing there. So. And
there's other Minotaur things were kind of weird, kind of spooky as well, right?
Yeah, I remember those really
with
scary
the weird hooks.
When I was a kid.
And the hanging the oblivion on the chains, that was pretty cool.
That was very fun. Just the way that he took so much rope from the thing, just did him a tiny little bit on the knees. Like, the whole thing with the.
You knew it was going to go wrong, right?
They were just incredibly dense but given so much power and did so much stuff previously, but just.
True. They created the universe or something as well.
Just like you retard.
Because right at the beginning, I was just thinking to myself, why are they trying to cozy up to Napoleon? Like, aren't they meant to be escaping or something? And then I realised that they're going to try rob him. Yeah. It is time bandits, so they are thieves.
Well, it's just, but in the very first scene, or not the very first scene, but when they come through and they think it's the Overlord.
Is that what they think it is? With the torch. Yeah. Like, begging for mercy.
Doesn't even look like him.
Get him!
They would just put to stop beating a kid up.
It's true.
Funny. But it's all kind of that slapstick thing of, put the torch in the face. His face, you idiot.
Yeah. And then the evil guy who's like, he's like, it kind of remind me of like somehow a bit like Alan Rickman in. Oh yeah, like what's the?
Robin Hood.
Yeah, it was almost a bit like him. He was like
more merciful beheading.
Cancel Christmas. It was obviously very. He's kind of like so extremely bad. I mean, that definitely felt again Monty Python-esque. I think the most grounded bit almost felt was the Greek thing. That was pretty straight. I think
it was, wasn't it? Until they came along and ruined it for him.
Yeah, exactly.
He just seems to be so upset.
Yeah, well, I don't blame him.
Actually, and with that as well, like he found a father figure that actually wanted to be around him as well and do stuff.
For real.
Their parents, unfortunately, were slaves to technology.
They were almost a bit Harry Potter parent-esque, weren't they? Like kind of like a bit scummy and miserable with their plastic chair. Their sofas covered in plastic.
Yeah.
In fact, the baddies, evil guys, he was all covered in baddies.
Well,
so was he like a metaphor?
Maybe it might be a thing there. Yeah, absolutely.
And I think you're left with that thing, the old classic. Is it a dream? But then he has like the photographs. So.
Yeah.
And I quite like the couple going through time. Michael Palin and.
Oh, what was her name?
I don't know who that was, but the
Pansy.
Yeah, actually, she reminded me like almost the character out of the Were Rabbit. Have you ever seen?
Oh yes, of course, from Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah, there's a bit of a vibe there.
Yeah.
But it's funny. It's like quite often we're finding older films and referencing. I think when we watch these films, they quite often say, "Oh, this reminds me of a slightly older film," implying that this film had stolen from the older film, but it couldn't have done.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
But yeah, I think the problem for me with this film is I really don't have I think I've forgotten so much about it that I don't have quite as much nostalgia for it.
That's a shame. But hopefully you do now. And I think
it's still. I mean, it's obviously great fun, but I think a lot of films I've watched, I really remembered the vibe, and I think this one, for some reason, I think it's almost been so long that I've actually forgotten what was happening in it. But yeah, it was. I certainly thought it was definitely genuinely funny, and all the like the weird cutscenes and stuff.
Yeah.
Didn't see any bloopers in it really. I guess it was all comedy, so if there was anything wrong with it.
It doesn't matter if they did anything. You almost wonder whether that kind of little fight scene in the with Napoleon, whether anyone kind of did like properly throw punches or anything like that at all, or stuff that connected and
there's a few things
supposed to, because it looked.
There's certainly some things that there's kind of objects that like nearly hit things and things that hit people on the head.
The dog almost getting hit by the bone.
Yeah.
Cross in it.
And I quite enjoyed the ogre scene and the giant. That was pretty. This is it. Like, there's a lot of like iconic kind of, because I'd completely forgotten about the giant scene until he started rising out of the water, and I think I must have seen that. I think recently, because I think I remember seeing a scene with the giant with the thing on his head.
Yeah.
Is there a miniature? Is there a Games Workshop miniature with a giant with a boat?
It's not quite got a boat on his head, but there's something that looks very, very similar.
Yeah,
I think they've taken from that.
Maybe borrowed it
as inspiration. So for some of this stuff. But
okay, so here we go. So what are we gonna we give it swords?
It's got to be swords, isn't it? I think now.
Okay, go for it. What do you think?
I really enjoy this film. There's very little that I don't like of this film and stuff there. Obviously it's PG, so you can't be expecting the standard Medusa type of experience.
Yeah.
But that's fine, because I think we're both trying to work out when we actually properly saw it. So
I think I must have seen it a couple of years after it was.
Yeah, I think
out,
so. I don't think I saw it at the cinema. I don't think
I reckon I probably saw about 10 or so. I reckon is my guess.
So it's just one of those. This is one of those films I think that just kind of follows you through and stuff there. So not to avoid it anymore. So I'm going to go 4.75.
Wow, that's your highest score, isn't it?
I know, it's my highest score.
Okay, wow, amazing.
I think so. Yeah.
I mean, like you say, it's not quite the same genre, is it? So if you can't really put it head to head with like a
Conan or
high fantasy kind of thing going, or like Conan.
Slayer seems to be your favourite at the moment.
Yeah. Well, this is a bit more Hawk the Slayer because it's a bit more out there. Okay, so this is your top rated time Bandits.
Proper high. Okay. I just all the way through. It just makes me chuckle. Just all of the little bits. There's just so much there that it's just one of those things that you just see a little bit different every time.
Yeah.
And there's just little things that might not make other people laugh, but make you laugh because it things. So yeah, the UmberBulk has spoken.
Oh, the UmberBulk, yeah, right. We're gonna have another go at that probably at the end. I'm gonna go 4 swords on it because I did enjoy it, but I think basically I think my mindset is I'm thinking more of a sword and sorcery vibe. Mind you, like what was it, Princess Bride?
Yeah.
That's again not really. It's got a lot of fighting in it and stuff, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good fun.
Not that much though, obviously.
Well, 4's pretty high, man.
It's gonna break the DVD after this, man.
Snap it in half. I think
go to your house and snap your one in half.
You keep yours, you snap mine. I think
just to save you the effort.
Four's pretty good, man. I think the Monty Python vibe that I kept getting, it was quite strongly. I think it kept taking me out of the film a little bit.
Yeah.
So I kept thinking, oh, that's Monty Python. Maybe I was being too analytical. I mean, I enjoyed it. I thought it was really cool. But I would like. I think Lady Hawk. I enjoy. I think kind of keeps growing on me. Conan, for example. If I had to pick Conan on this, I'd probably pick Conan.
Would you?
And like I say, I've got nothing. I liked the film. It was good fun. But obviously.
I think over the time I've probably watched this more than I've watched Conan.
Okay.
Which then kind of makes it more nostalgic for me, I think. Just for it's one that I have gone back to quite a few times.
Yeah.
And not one, so it was already part of my film collection.
Yeah.
Not one that I've had to go out and get to facilitate this. this type of thing. So
I mean, it's kind of funny. If I wasn't watching it as a kind of in my mindset of like fantasy films from the 80s, then just as a like straight up just a film, I think I would sort of feel like more strongly in favour of it, if you know what I mean, because it'd just be like a film.
Kind of feels like you're backtracking.
I'm backtracking. Anyway, I think 4's a good rating. I think it's really good. So we're probably arriving at about 4.5 based on yours and mine, right? 4.75 plus 4. What?
4.375.
Is that the number? Is it?
Yeah.
You've worked it out. Okay. So that's that'd be controversial. That would be putting it. That wouldn't be putting it lower than Conan the remake. Surely not.
I think it was. That was quite. I think that was quite low, wasn't it?
Maybe we give it 3.5 and something. I don't know. Anyway.
I can't remember.
So
I think I think we went quite low on that.
But in terms of like watching it again, like obviously you've seen it a lot. I'd watch it again, but I think I'd give it a bit of a gap, just so otherwise the impact would be.
Well, I mean, you're gonna have to find another DVD.
You're gonna come around my house, are you? Knock. Hand over. Mine's still.
Mine's just snap in front of your face and you'll laugh. You'll love it.
Mine's still in shrink wrap. I haven't cracked mine open. Tell you what, I should watch it with the kids, because that's probably about their age when I saw it.
I reckon so.
There's nothing too fruity in it, is there? Like to worry about.
No.
Okay. All right. Well,
but I guess we just have to.
Yeah.
What is that problem? What is that problem that Michael Palin has?
Well, yeah. The problem is he needed fruit for it, which that's what
he did
threw
say
me.
what type of fruit, I guess.
Well, that's true. I thought it might be, yeah. I thought it might be like blue pill related, but then when he needed fruit, that threw me off. And then he had his nose condition. Did he have it on the
toupee?
Yeah, and the toupee. Did he have? What was it? We saw him 3 times. Once as the fruit. Once on the Titanic. I thought we saw him 3 times.
I thought we did. What was the other one?
He wasn't on the.
No, he wasn't. So he wasn't in the
Greeks.
He wasn't in the Napoleonics.
No.
The Greeks. Or he certainly wasn't in the Land of Legends, was he? So.
No, so
Oh, maybe it's only twice.
I'm sure it's 3 times. Oh well, we'll have to.
Have to watch it again.
I can't, man. You broke mine in half. Yeah. So it sounds. So have you been thinking more about a super wicked cool nickname like mine?
Super wicked cool.
So you're sticking with the UmberBulk, eh?
The UmberBulk, yeah,
okay.
man.
Well, I think we should still workshop it. I was thinking on the way over. Right, here we go. Here we go.
Like it, I think, no.
Oh, I quite like the UmberBulk. How about this? Here, you ready?
Yeah.
How about Red Drag Queen?
That's only on the weekends, right? That's when I'm Benedette.
Benedette. Oh my God. Benedette, the ancient red drag queen. Embracing your gender fluidity or something.
There is that, man. There is that.
Yeah, that's the one I cooked up on the way over.
Oh, nice. I'm going to stick with the UmberBulk.
Yeah. Okay, that's a winner, is it?
For me, at least.
Yeah. I'm happy to support you in your choice.
Either way.
But I'm not judging. But
equal opportunities.
If we, I think we'll give it a couple more goes and see if we. But that's your Lady Hawk. I'm waiting for a Time Bandit to knock it off.
Yeah.
So okay, here we go. Time Bandit or Lady Hawk.
Time Bandit.
Yeah, no hesitation.
Every time.
There you go.
Well, I've been thinking about this a lot because I knew that you'd be asking me these questions.
I gotta, but yeah. But there was something else that beat Lady Hawk last time, just by a pip. It wasn't Conan, was it?
It was Conan.
Was it?
Yeah.
Conan the Destroyer.
Conan the Destroyer.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Here we go. Yeah. Conan the Destroyer or Time Bandits.
Time Bandits.
Yeah.
Definitely. Okay. Nice. Honestly, I
fierce.
I can't describe how much it just makes me smile looking at this film and just having bits and pieces, and I love it. There's just various little bits that just really take me back, and part of it I do wonder is if either of us were probably about the same age as Kevin in the film when this happened, you kind of then thinking, oh, is it gonna happen? Is it gonna happen?
True.
And it's just super exciting, and there's just some really good bits in that, I think.
Yeah, and I think if I had more of a memory of it strongly, I just remember enjoying it, but when I was watching it, I kept thinking, do I remember this bit? So maybe it got too much of an analytical like thing on it. I kept thinking, oh, that's Monty Python and this and that. So it took me slightly out of it. Rather than just watching the damn thing. Right, dude. I think
you got no chance now.
You really are going to come knock, eh? I'm sorry, man. You 4, hand it over. So anytime anyone rates it a 4, that's a DVD breaker, is it?
I think it should be, shouldn't it, man?
That's so harsh.
Well, it should be a better film, obviously.
It's true. Where's Conan the remake?
That's on the fire, dude.
You melted it, have you? Well, maybe you're a man of your word. All right, let's wrap it up there. Cheers. So the Southwest Sofa Spoken, we've got in at Time Bandits.
Yeah.
4.375. Yeah. And maybe.
So we're still kind of working out what type of things they are.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, in terms of a sword.
Maybe 3 long swords, a short sword, and a buckler.
A buckler?
Can that help? Like a spiked buckler?
Yeah, it could do. I didn't realise we were introducing shields into it, though.
Bucklers isn't. It's an additional thing. I'm just trying to think of.
Yeah. I'm wondering. Maybe it's just 4 swords and a dagger.
Yeah. Okay.
You reckon? I don't like the idea of having shields introduced into it.
I guess it's too variable. It's too variable. It's fine. I understand everything there.
So suddenly I got a tower shield and like 4 tower shields and a dagger. Where we go with this? It's crazy talk.
No, okay, I understand.
Yeah, I understand. Right, all right. I know where you're going with it. But it's whatever system you like. If you want to introduce bucklers into your scale, you can.
No. I think we stick with the same one because then everyone knows where they stand.
We don't want people out there like kind of upset with us.
There will be quite a lot of people that will just not know where they are now.
Yeah.
New year. They don't quite
new
maybe
system.
Do the thing there. So...
That's true. It's a new year. Maybe we can switch the skulls or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, or dragon bones.
Going back to the dragon thing, I'm a bit worried. Were you just trying to get me hooked onto the thing now?
Yeah, trying to let that one sink into your brain. Okay, I'm gonna call it a day there. We're going long on Time Bandits, but I think as a concept, it's really a hoot. Really, yeah, it's a good idea. And I think it's probably a nice way of them introducing lots of kind of like vignettes of these different scenes.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
It's a clever idea and a bold choice to go with the dwarves. But probably to frame it for kids to make them feel at the same level. All right, okay.
And slightly comedic.
And loads, true. Lots of fun.
Just for that, so
a lot of fun things.
Kids all love that type of stuff. So yeah.
Okay, hitting it.
Bye.